finding a comfortable cross-legged position or kneeling position. Take a moment to close the eyes. Feel a sense of lengthening up from the base of the spine up to the top of the head. Feel the front and back ribs lifting as the shoulders release downwards. A gentleness to the face. Gentleness to the flow of the breath moving in and out. Setting an intention for your practice. So however the body's feeling, trying to see what might be beneficial as an intention for your practice, whether it's gentleness, whether maybe it's taking the body to its edge and creating a little bit of effort. Knowing your nature and listening to your body and seeing if you can find that space that is beneficial to the body and mind. Inhale for Om. Full inhalation and slow controlled exhalation. Interlock the fingers, turn the palms to face out, and gently bring the arms up alongside the ears, being mindful that the front ribs don't flare as this happens. Feeling the sides of the ribs, back of the ribs gently lifting. Feel as the ribs are lifting and there's space being created in the waist, that the shoulders are gently releasing downwards at the same time. Finding that balance between the two actions. Feeling that you're lengthening up through the top of the head, tuning into the breath. Keep the trunk nice and long. Release the arms back down, keeping the fingers interlocked. Turn the palms to face you, looking at the palms. And noticing which little finger is at the bottom and change the other way around. So that the other little finger is at the bottom, then turn the palms to face out and slowly raising the arms up. Lengthening up through the top of the head, lifting front and back ribs equally. Being mindful not to flare the front ribs. Again, notice if the effort is coming from the shoulders to lift you up, and try and get it from the waist and the shoulder blades release down. And gently release the arms down and out to the side. We'll place the left hand onto the floor alongside the left hip, And slowly walking the hand over to the left side, keeping the right buttock on the floor. And we'll raise the right arm up alongside the ear. Make sure that the left shoulder is down. And then we'll explore gently, reaching the arm slightly forwards in front, so we feel that we're rolling the ribs forward slightly, and then gently drawing the arm and the shoulder back, drawing the right ribs back. So we explore tilting slightly forwards, and then moving the ribs back. So that shoulder and rib action to the right side, releasing connective tissue, creating this little rocking sensation forwards and back. So it's the right ribs that are moving forwards and back, and the arm follows. And gently come to neutral, slowly releasing up. And we'll do the other side. The right hand walking over to the side. You're not sure what you're doing. So we're just arm alongside the ear, and then left ribs come forward, and left ribs come back.
Okay, so everyone was doing something different.
So even though I tried to explain it in 3 different ways, I still didn't succeed. So feel they were just rocking the left ribs, leaning forward slightly and back. And if you didn't do that on the other side, do whatever you did on the other side and feel that, oh, that was nice, hopefully. And then gently coming back to neutral, walking the hand back. Going down, good. Then we'll stretch the legs out. And come up to a standing position. And we'll take Tadasana, mountain pose. Bringing the feet together, and they can be slightly apart. Grounding down through the feet, feeling the kneecaps lifting, thighs gently drawing back. Feel the lumbar spine spacious. Sides of the trunk lifting. And we'll lift the shoulders up, roll them back and down. And do that a few times. Keeping the legs active. And keeping the arms slightly away from the body, releasing the fingers down. Standing nice and tall. Lengthening up through the crown of the head. Finding that effort to create activity and space, but at the same time finding a way of softening any additional rigidity that we're creating. And maybe the jaw, the neck. The shoulder blades are moving down and into the body. Feel that as you press down through the feet, that we get extra length up through the top of the head. Feel the hips gently hugging inwards. And we'll raise the arms up alongside the ears. And stretching over to your left side. And we'll explore a little bit what we were doing sitting down, of bringing the right ribs very slightly forward, right hip even slightly forwards, and then gently drawing the right hip, right ribs gently back. So it's very subtle. We're moving a couple of inches maybe forwards and then maybe back to neutral. So a gentle twisting action. Seeing what the neck wants to do. So we kind of get into areas that feel juicy. Going, oh, that feels nice. And come back to neutral. Raise the arms up. We'll rest the arms for a moment. Roll the shoulders up, back and down a few times. And when you're ready, raise the arms up. And gently over to your right side. And ground down through the feet. Get that the kneecaps lifting, quads lifting, and then exploring, gently drawing the left ribs forward slightly, and then back to neutral. A gentle twisting. Make sure you're not locking the knees. So it's almost like a tree branch yesterday when it was so windy, blowing, creating a gentle fluidity. It's an elegant swaying over to the side. And coming back to neutral, raising the arms up, lowering the arms down. Roll the shoulders. Relax the shoulders, and we'll move into Uttanasana. So for that, we'll bring the arms up alongside the ears. Reach up, find space and length through the spine. As we move into Uttanasana, you might feel that you want to bend the knees so that all the movement's coming from the hips. So listen to the body, and we get that hinge from the hip. So micro bend or maybe more of a bend. To release forwards and down, relax the head down. And see for a moment if you can actually bend your knees enough for your abdomen to come onto your thighs. So the movement's coming from the hips. So feel the belly resting onto the thighs, relax the head down. Bend the knees as much as you need to get the belly on the thighs. That's it, good. Keep bending the knees until you feel that you're massaging the abdominal organs on the thighs. Relax the hands. Feel the hinge from the hips. And seeing from here if you can lift the sitting bones up slightly. Keeping the movement initiating from the hips. And we'll bring the hands either side of the feet, stepping both feet back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And if you need to have the knees slightly bent to get that extension through the spine, do so. Releasing the head down, lengthening through the spine. If you feel comfortable, you can release the heels downwards, but keeping that tilt to the pelvis. The front ribs drawing in. And slowly shifting forwards into plank pose. Shoulders away from the ears. And gently we'll lower knees, chest, chin to the floor. Baby Cobra. And we'll explore gently moving the neck from side to side, head gently left to right. Coming back to neutral. Press into the hands. Lift the knees slightly as the toes curl under and pushing up into downward facing dog. Stepping the left foot, then the right foot forwards, relax the head down. Again, seeing if you need to bend the knees to get that hinge from the hips. And if you want to, you can straighten the legs, but feel that you're still getting that movement from the hips, not from the lower back. And we'll place the hands onto the shins or maybe above the knees. The knees may need to be bent to lengthen through the spine, so we try and bring the spine parallel to the floor. So we want to lengthen through the spine. Feel that your back is almost like a tabletop. So lift the head, look forwards. Move the front ribs forwards. Bend the knees as much as you need to bend them. Maybe hands onto the thighs instead of onto the shins, so we get more extension through the spine. Unless you know you've got that flexibility to lower down more, hands could come towards the ankles and still extend. So see what you need to do to get that extension. Bring the arms out to the side like a plane, or a swan dive up. Arms out to the side and coming up. Gentle back bend. Standing straight. Lower the arms down. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Now raise the arms up alongside the ears. Gentle back bend. You can gently lift the chin and arch back. Feel that you're grounding through the feet, activating the legs. Stretching back up to straight. Hinge forward from the hips. Again, if you need to bend the knees slightly. Lengthen through the spine. Release the hands down, release the head down. If it's an option, straighten the legs. Lift the sit bones. If you need to keep them bent, keep a bend. Shift the weight forward so it's more towards the balls of the feet than loading onto the heels. Keep the head relaxed down. Often in this pose we shift back onto the heels and the hips sweep back. Now bring the hands onto the shins or above the knees and lengthen through the spine. Feel a straight line from the base of the spine through the crown of the head. Working on extension, working on finding that neutral position to the pelvis. Arms out to the side like a plane. Broaden the back, broaden the chest. Feel that expansion through the fingertips. And slowly releasing the hands down, bending the knees, hands either side of the feet. And we'll walk both feet back, coming into downward facing dog. Lifting the hips nice and high. Get that full extension through the spine. Shift forwards into plank pose. Body into a straight line, and then we'll gently move into an upward dog where the thighs stay engaged, the buttocks are engaged. We gently draw the hips forwards and the shoulders back. So feel the skin on the chest spreading. Engage the quads. Come back into downward dog. We'll do that a few times, shifting forwards into plank. Quads engaged. Slowly swoop forwards into an upward dog. shoulders down, and then back, downward dog. So find a flow, shifting into plank. Keep the legs engaged. Legs are really important in this pose. Draw the chest forwards, create traction through the hands, and then back, downward dog. Moving the right foot forwards in between the hands, and come into a low lunge, releasing the knee down to the floor. Hands onto the front knee. Find stability through the back and front knee. Shoulders back into alignment with the hips. We're going to bring the right outside of the right hand to the inside of the knee. The left arm is going to extend out in front of you. Shoulders down, away from the neck. And gently we're going to open out to the side. Just hold, keep the knee in line with the ankle. And maybe it's an option for you to go beyond, twisting a little bit further, but twisting from the navel, turning all the way back behind you. Keeping that knee steady. And gently releasing, coming back. And the hand down. Come into downward facing dog. Lift the hips high. Draw the left foot forwards. Release the back knee down. Top of the foot to the floor. Allow the hips to gently release. Hands come up onto the front knee. Shoulders back into alignment with the hips. Allow the hips to gently release. Left hand comes to the inside, so the outer edge of the hand, to help create some resistance as the right arm extends in front of you. So keep that knee into alignment as you rotate around to the right. And maybe the arm comes back behind you, but twisting from the navel, so don't let the shoulder do all the work. And gently releasing, coming back. Bring the hands down. Bring the left foot back, downward dog. Spread the fingers wide. Press down equally through the palm, through the fingers. Bring the right foot forwards. Left knee to the floor. Having the top of the foot on the floor, make sure the foot straight back behind you as we gently lift the knee off the floor. So we're getting a stretch to the top of the foot and then releasing down. So the top of the foot's on the floor with the toes aren't curled under. And then we're just lifting the knee a little bit off the floor and then gently releasing it down. So do that a few times, gently, mindfully. Only do what's comfortable, lifting up and down. The stretch to the top of the foot might be a little bit unpleasant, so only do as much as feels comfortable to you. And gently releasing down. We'll draw the hips back, lift the toes, relax the head forwards, allow the spine to gently round. Extending the right leg as much as is comfortable. And gently bending back, bringing the knee forwards, curl the toes under, lift the back knee, downward dog. Left foot forwards. So the top of the right foot is on the floor. And we gently start to lift the knee off the floor. Make sure that foot's straight back behind you. And we try and elegantly lift it up and gently release it down. So we don't want any thumping going on in the knee, okay? Lifting up with control. Only as much as comfortable. This pose is compliments of Lalita, who I was with in India. Linda was with her. And she did this and we were like, ooh, nice. And gently releasing the knee down. Slowly straightening the front leg, lifting the toes, allowing the back to take its natural rounding. We're not trying to round anymore, we're just allowing the spine to release. Try and keep on the center of the heel, if that makes sense, so we're not overstretching the muscles on the outer leg or the inner leg more. Soften the jaws, soften the breath. Gently bend the knee, release. Bring the right foot to meet the left, relax the head down. And very slowly rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. And relax the shoulders. Good. So next what we're going to be doing is throwing one leg up in the air. So you might need some blocks or a chair. For those of you that struggle to have the hands flat onto the floor, or not flat, onto the fingertips, what we're going to be doing is lifting one leg up and then down. And we can create a little spring into the leg, the standing leg. So as we lower down, we bend the knee. As we lift up, we straighten the leg. Okay? So come into Uttanasana. Relax the head down. Don't anticipate anything yet. It's nice and warm out here. Oh, we're inside. Okay, so fingertips slightly in front of you. And that gives you a little bit of balance. And we start very gently. Okay, so head releases down. Bring the right foot just back behind you. Step it back to however far it naturally moves back behind you. And rest onto the top of the toes. And then gradually start to bounce the leg gently up and down. And then seeing if you want to gradually increase that to lifting the leg up higher, the head releases down. Try not to load the hands with too much weight. And there for balance, support. And as you lower the foot, the knee can bend. As you extend the leg up, the leg can straighten. And if you want to hold the leg up in the air, you can do, releasing the head down, grounding through the standing foot. And then slowly lower the foot to meet the left foot. Then we do the other side. If you need to come up for a moment, just roll up. Check your fingers haven't gone completely red from loading them. Release the fingers, release the shoulders, and then we'll do the other leg. So when you're ready, bring the fingers down, head down. It can help to kind of start with looking slightly forwards, just slightly. Bring the left foot back behind you, rest onto the toes, and then gradually start to bounce the leg up and down. Notice your standing foot, if the foot's turning out or if you're collapsing the arch as you lift the leg up and down. Some of you might be able to have the palms on the floor and start to spring up and down, bending the supportive leg as you lower the left leg down. Work with your breath. Only do what's comfortable for your body. And if you want to hold the leg up and release the head down, you can do. And then slowly bring the left foot to meet the right foot. Bend the knees. We'll move into chair pose, abdomen onto thighs, reach the arms forwards. Ground down through the feet, belly drawing in. Come up halfway so the trunk's at a diagonal angle. Lengthen through the spine. Look forwards, shoulders down. Work the quads and straighten up through legs. Gentle back bend. Stand straight. Lower the arms down. Well done. Was that easy?
Big difference one side to the other.
Sharon, how was that? Okay. Any special requests? Huh? What was that? Savasana. Shavasana.
Yeah.
Okay, that's been the request. So, lie down. Heads to the centre. So your wish is my command. If you need to hug the knees in towards the chest, what's coming, Dave?
Nothing. I'm saying.
Take a moment to observe how the body feels. Observe the flow of energy. Next we'll bend the knees and place the soles of the feet to the width of the mat. So you want them wide. The arms can be wherever you like. The back of the neck long. And we'll gently, like windscreen wipers, draw the knees over to the left, the right buttock lifts. Allow the knees to release down. Make sure the shoulders are released down. And then gently over to the right. Allowing the left buttock to lift. The breath to be soft. We'll start to create a gentle flow of going from left to right, nice and slowly, mindfully. And next time the knees come over to the right, bring the knees back to center. Bring the soles of the feet close towards the buttocks, arms alongside the body. Draw the fingertips down so the fingertips are gently touching maybe the heels, or as close to the heels as possible. As we slowly ground down through the feet, ground down through the arms and lift the hips up. And you've either got the option to stay here, or you could use the breath to come up and down, rolling up and down vertebra by vertebra. If you're staying in the pose, you may want to interlock the fingers, draw the elbows under more. You may want to walk the feet back a little bit and lift the heels up off the floor to create a deeper back bend, pressing down through the triceps, through the arms, lifting up as high as you comfortably can. And seeing what it feels like to press down and away with the feet, so you come up more up onto the top of the shoulders, rolling the shoulder blades down the back. And seeing if you can keep the lift and lower the heels back down if you're holding the pose. And gently release the arms out to the side and rolling down. Release the shoulders, take the feet back to the width of the mat, and gently going from side to side mindfully. And coming back to center. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Feel the lower back gently release. Feel the thighs gently resting onto the abdomen. The breath soft. And gently releasing the legs, releasing the hands. Stretch out the legs. Take a moment in Savasana. Gently roll the head from side to side. Head back to center. Bring the legs together. We'll reach the arms overhead. So it's like we're in a standing pose, but we're lying. Extend through the heels. Feel the sides of the trunk nice and long. You might want to walk the legs away from you a little bit, creating a little bit more length. Draw the belly button down towards the floor. Keep that extension through the heels. We're going to do a side stretch here. We're going to walk the legs over to the left side of the mat. It's the left corner of the mat. And we'll lift the head and the shoulders and slide them a little bit over to the left too. And feel that side stretch to the right of the body. And if it's uncomfortable for the left arm here, you could relax it down alongside the thigh. Doesn't need to necessarily. We just don't want to shrink the left side. Soften the jaw, soften the breath. Focus on extension through the heels. Feeling a stretch into the right side of the waist and ribs. Using the breath to help deepen the stretch. And gently listen to the body's intelligence. See which part of the body you want to move first, if it's the upper body or lower body. And then just to make sure we're centered, we'll release the arms down, give the shoulders a rest, hug the knees in towards the chest. And gently, Padmasana, lifting the head up towards the knees. Gently lowering the head down. Stretch out the legs again. Extend through the heels, raise the arms up overhead. Belly button drawing in towards the floor. And slowly walk their legs over to the right edge of the mat. And then when your body's ready, lift the head and the shoulders, keeping the hips in place, stretching over with the arms to the right side. Feeling a stretch to the left. Again, if you want to release the right arm down alongside the thigh, you can do. We're working on a stretch to the left side of the body. Using the breath to deepen the stretch. Feel the softness in the jaw. gently coming back to center. Relaxing the arms down. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Feel the lower back gently release. And we'll do Subtle Bandha Sarvangasana again, placing the soles of the feet onto the floor, close to the bottom, arms alongside the body, and gently lifting up the hips. This time you can hold. Roll the shoulders under. Ground through the feet, lift the hips. Roll to the top edge of the shoulders. And gently, slowly releasing down. Keep the feet in position. We're going to place the hands on the floor underneath the shoulders so the elbows point up towards the ceiling. So fingertips point down towards the shoulders. Palms are on the floor. Fingertips are pointing towards the shoulders. So your palms are flat on the floor. Depending, you need to turn your hands the other way around, if you can. The palms are on the floor, the elbows are pointing up. So turn the fingers round to point to your shoulders. You can look at Linda.
I don't think I can do that.
You can just see if you can get the sensation. And then all we're going to do is, with the don't get scared. We're in this position with the palms down. All we're going to do is lift up into bridge again. So lifting up the hips. And then see what it feels like to gently press through the hands and see what that feels like with the elbows pointing up. And maybe see if the shoulders lift a little bit. And see, for those of you that want to, maybe you want to come onto the top of the head. And if not, you can come back into bridge position. Okay, and then when you're ready, gently rolling back down. Releasing. Yeah. Release the wrists. And then you can try it again.
Yeah.
Again. Just gently.
That's what I do, I think,
You don't need to lift up your head. But just see what it feels like to put some pressure onto the hands. And lift the hips. That's all. Lift the elbows up. So the arms are at a right angle. And if you want to, you can come up all the way. Well done. And then relax. Okay. Good. So even if it's just the pressure onto the hands. Good. So people are saying they used to be able to do this, and now what's happened? Coronavirus.
Well, I never have, so I don't know.
Oh dear. Well done. Well, it's quite nice if you've got blocks and you're at home. It's quite nice to put the blocks onto the skirting ledge, so you've got a little bit less pressure on the wrists and to come up. If that doesn't make sense, I'll show you after. If it's an ambition to work in this pose, then I can help you with that. But some of you might just go, well, I'm not bothered. Well, it's an extreme back bend, so it's beneficial like bow pose, but it's working more with strength. It's one of the deeper back bends that you can get in yoga. It's working everything in that complete opposite direction. So, like the benefit of all back bends. Strengthening, toning, opening up the front of the body that's normally closed. Bringing strength. As you notice, it's difficult to, if you're not used to doing your body weight, you're having to lift up most of your body weight through your feet and your hands. Okay. So we'll work a bit with dolphin. Does that sound good? Everyone, is it ready for relaxation?
Yeah.
Almost.
Let's do a dolphin.
Dolphin, happy dolphin. So think of a dolphin, it makes you happy, no? Onto your hands and knees. So we can either do one-legged dolphin or two-legged dolphin or... Yeah. Create your equilateral triangle. Take hold of your elbows. Elbows are on the floor. You wrap your fingers around the elbows or the upper arms, and you interlock the fingers. And explore here, just pressing down through the forearms and broadening the back. And then relaxing. So explore through pressing down through the forearms, resisting the floor, and then sinking. See if you can feel the difference. So we want to press down through the floor. Curl the toes, lift the knees, come into a forearm downward dog, lifting the hips high. And slowly we shift forward, so shoulders come in line with the elbows and hold. You might need to adjust your feet back a little bit if you like. Press down through the forearms and hold. You can lift one leg and hold. Keep pressing down. Lower the leg, change. Or keep both feet on the floor. Or knees on the floor and just resisting through the elbows and forearms. Okay. And both feet down. Draw the hips back. Come into a resting position, lifting the hips high. Doesn't feel very restful by the sounds of it. Coming forwards again into a dolphin, into a plank. Hold. Press down. Resist. Bend the knees and release into Padmasana, child position. Relax the hands, relax the head. You can release the arms alongside the body if you like. Gently rolling up, sitting onto the heels for a moment, and I will stretch the legs out. We're going to explore bending the right knee, nice and tall, sitting nice and tall. We're going to see what it would be like to cross the foot over and bring the heel all the way round by the left buttock. So the right knee is almost on top of the left knee, as much as possible. Okay? Everyone good? Smile or forever hold your peace. Okay. Okay, ready? We're going to walk forwards. I don't know, it's complete randomness. Complete randomness. We're going to walk forwards. And maybe your chin will rest onto your knee. Or maybe it won't. Okay, extend through the left heel. Just allow yourself to relax and breathe into the position. Soften the shoulders, soften the jaw. See if you want to come out of the pose momentarily. See if you can lift and lengthen through the trunk a little bit more. And then come forwards again. Keep extending through the left heel. Good. And gently walking, coming up. Wasn't that fantastic? Okay, gently releasing. I just make things up. So, well, if you think about it, it's like a half hero, yeah? So this is full hero. And then we're doing a forward, so it's getting a nice stretch into the hamstring and into that glute. Okay? I'm sure another yoga teacher's come up with it. I'm just making it up as... Okay, so find the length through the spine. And gently coming forwards. Oh, left leg all the way over. Left leg all the way over. It's because I saw Laura, she was already there. I thought, oh, everyone's doing it. And so the left knee is on top of the right knee. The left foot's all the way wrapped round by the right buttock. And then we come forwards. Extend through the right heel. And take your time. If your chin did come towards the knee, it might be different on this side. And if your head's hanging in space, just let it hang in space. Just allow yourself to gently release into the pose. Feeling a gentle softening. Keep some intention through the right leg, through the right foot. See if you can keep the shoulders level to one another. Soften the breath. And seeing if you want to release out of the pose, see if you can create a little bit more length. Lifting up, trying to bring the abdomen further onto the upraised leg, and then releasing down again. And gently releasing, coming up. And cross the leg. And we'll come to a comfortable cross-legged position. So maybe it won't be so comfortable. Let's see. Bring the left foot forwards first, right foot comes in front.
Sorry. What?
Left foot crosses in first, right foot comes after. So right in front of left, basically. Can't speak English this morning. Yeah, that's fine, Dave. And then we're going to have the option, for those of you that can, to bring your foot up into Ardha Padma, where the heel is up by the left hip. Only for those of you that it's comfortable. You don't want to strain the ligaments in the ankle. So for some of you, you get the top of the foot resting beautifully on the top of the thigh. It's almost like it was made for that space, right? So if it doesn't feel like that and you're going, ow, then don't do it, okay? And then have the right leg in front. Left hand's going to come onto right knee. Right hand's going to come behind you. And take a moment to inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, gently rotate around to the right. And if you would like to, you can place the right hand all the way around the waist. And for some of you, if you're doing the Ardha Padma variation, your fingers are going to maybe tickle your toes or your foot, maybe. And then you take hold of it. But again, no force or strain. Yoga's really not about tying yourself up in knots. Okay? Lengthen up through the spine. That's the most important. So if you want to keep the right hand on the floor to give support, then do so. Okay? Open the shoulders, open the chest. Use the left hand to gently help twist you round to the right. Use the breath to help create more length. And gently releasing, coming back. Good. Now we change the cross in the legs. So the left foot's either in front of the right or it's up in Ardha Padma. And you want to get the heel right up as high as you comfortably can so that the foot fits comfortably. So the toes are hanging off the end of your thigh. If that's not happening and it's stretching out the ankle, be really careful. Okay? Then it's better to sit like this. Okay. So we'll twist to the left now. Right hand onto the left knee, left hand behind. Find length up through the spine and then gently rotating round. If you want to, the back hand comes around the side of the waist. And maybe it takes hold of the foot, maybe not. Again, no force or strain. It's more important for us to have length through the spine, the shoulders down, and broadening, the chest open. The jaw soft. Using the breath to help deepen the pose. And gently releasing, coming back to center. Come into a comfortable position for Yoga Mudra. So whichever is your favourite cross-legged way of sitting, do so. For those of you who want to do full Padmasana, you're welcome to. And gently, hands behind the back, taking hold of one wrist, and slowly folding forwards from the hips, lengthening through the spine. And allowing the head to release down towards the floor. Allow the back to round. We want to keep some sense of extension, but we also want to soften. And gently, using the breath, allowing you to float up nice and slowly. Observing the effects. And gently lying down, ready for Yoga Nidra. And you'll need a blanket out there. Feeling the entire back of the body soften. And allow yourself to adjust the body however it needs. If you wish to roll the head gently from side to side, you can do. And we'll do Savasana, where we extend the fingers, the toes, spread the balls of the feet, open the mouth, stretch out the tongue, lengthen all of the body, and relax. And now tense and squeeze, creating fists, squeezing the feet, the legs, the buttocks, the face. Lift everything a few inches off the floor, and relax. Make any small adjustments that the body might need. And now allow the body to gently soften and relax. Feel with each natural inhalation that comes in that it's filling you with the quality of unconditional love. Feel with each exhalation a softening and letting go, releasing of any physical, mental, emotional tension, just letting it be dissolved. And feeling a softness to the unconditional love, a gentleness. To the relaxation. Allowing your body on every level, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, to soften. Feeling this basking in unconditional love. Drawing the mind's awareness to the external sounds surrounding you. Whether it's the distant traffic or the birds singing, the leaves blowing, or any other sounds that you might tune into. Become the witness of all those sounds. And drawing the awareness to the softness of the breath as it flows in and out. gradually begin to deepen the breath. Feel it gently deepening instead of rapidly starting to breathe slowly and deeply. With each in and exhalation, feel that you can breathe in a little bit more and exhale a little bit more. And feel with each deep inhalation you take, increasing circulation to the body. And constantly have new cells being born, cells dying in the body. And feeling with each inhalation these new cells, healthy cells, being created in the body. And then relaxing the breath. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Give the body a stretch. And bend the knees, roll to one side. Giving yourself a hug. And gently coming up to sit. Sitting with the spine nice and tall. The shoulders relaxed. Popping anything underneath your hips that you need to get that height so that your pelvis is in a neutral position, not rocking back. And draw the awareness, the flow of the breath. Feeling a gentleness to the breath moving in and out, even though that there's a deepening to the in and exhalation as we practice Shavasana, 3-part breath. Feel that there's no force, strain or unnecessary effort. Feel that there's a gentleness to the lungs being filled and emptied, The jaw is soft, the face is soft, neck and shoulders. Consciously start to lengthen the exhalation. And notice how through lengthening the exhalation, the inhalation can be deeper. After your next exhalation, relax the breath. Inhale for Om. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May the entire creation be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Thank you very much.